Hey YouTube, this is Ozark's brother Jerry, and I thought I'd show you my quail operation. And I gotta warn you, it's part of it's graphic. I show slaughtering a bird from the kill to the to butchering it. So if you're not into that, you don't want to watch this. I raise Texas A&M quail. That's the white ones with usually got black splotches on them, black or brown. And that's a Quaternix quail. And as I understand it, Quaternix quail are from Japan. Now, the incubation period on these eggs is supposed to be 17 days. For some reason, mine usually take 19 days. Go figure. Food. Now I've just been raising these since the spring, so I'll just tell you my experiences. Feed, I thought I could save some money. Now I bought I bought like 25 chicks, and I fed them with the regular chick food because I thought, well, 22% protein, that's plenty. Well, it's not. You need to get game bird starter for these, and I think that's like over 30%, 28 or 30% protein. So now, and if you feed them right, you feed them the game bird starter, and then when I move them outside, they're feathered. Except for their heads. The heads wouldn't be feathered, but when their body's feathered, I move them outside. I start the game bird grower, so that's another food. And this stuff's pretty expensive. Although I just found it for $11 a bag, so I'm gonna try that. I'll start laying at 6 weeks if you feed them right, and then I'll butcher them. Starting at 8 weeks. Whatever I find a convenient day, and they'll lay. Some days. I want to say, in my experience thus far, and this is middle of October, maybe one egg every 3 days, something like that. I've measured them twice when I butchered them, 2 different times, and they ran 4.3 ounces. For what that's worth. My wife and I will eat 3 of them between us, and it's kind of a dry meat. Whenever you look for recipes, there'll usually be some type of sauce associated with it. And you can eat the eggs. Supposedly 3 of these eggs is equal to a chicken egg, but they say there's more. There's more nutrition in it. I don't know. I've yet to try the eggs. I need to try them. So check out my quail. This is my incubator. It's a 2370 Hovabator. And this thing is, man, it was just a little over $100, but it's got digital temperature control. Like all kinds of them on eBay have digital temperature controls. However, Hovabator's been in the business for a long time. And I just bought this, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. But it's done well so far, and I have high hopes for it. And so anyhow, it's digital temperature control, and it's also got the automatic turner. And what it is, the turner is just, there's a motor that goes around 360 degrees, and it drags that black plastic with the cutouts, which drags the eggs. And that's the turner. It's a pretty novel setup, I think. But and of course I think there's like 72 quail eggs in there. Okay. Wanted to show you the chicks when they hatch too. You can see they're really tiny. They're, I want to say the fourth of the size of a newly hatched chicken. They're cute. Now I'll let these go for a couple days. They just started hatching, and then I'll put them in a brooder, and they'll be there until they get feathered out. The head feathers last, so once the body's feathered, you can pretty much put them out. They're okay. This is all you need for a brooder. Just got one of those heat lights, and this was the biggest plastic tote that Walmart carried. And I do have now these quail. I just put them in here, but in a couple of weeks they'll have a tendency, like when you come in to feed them, it scares them or something, and they'll jump straight up and out of here. So I have, it's just a wooden frame with chicken wire over it. I mean, the chicks, the quail chicks could actually get through the chicken wire, but they couldn't fly through it. So that pretty much, that'll keep them in there. There's really not much to it. This is a brooder. This is my quail condo. My breeders are in here. I have 4 females and 2 males for each level. The sun's kind of bad, but so I have, my goal is a dozen breeders, females, hens, and then half a dozen roosters. This is my grow pen for my quail. I got 4 sections in it, and it's oh golly, about 8 foot long. I don't know, divided into 4 sections. These guys are pretty new here. See, the head isn't totally feathered out yet. And if they want to, you know, get off to the side, they've got a section where they can get out of the weather. What if they just want to feel safe? So that's my accommodations for the quail, Texas A&M Quail. Okay, so we got a little Cortnix quail here, and like it says underneath the video, if you don't want to see this, don't look at it, because we're going to process them. I hate to do this, but that's part of the deal. So the easiest way are these scissors, and Harbor Freight has these, and you can use your 20% off coupon, and you just take their head off. It's quick. Then you let the blood drain out. You know, they're not feeling anything at this point. Obviously, there's no central nervous system with the head gone. So, now a quail, we don't pluck it like you do a chicken. I mean, I suppose you could, but that's just muscles. And that's probably it. I'll clean this up a little bit. So what I like to do is stick one edge of the scissors up there and get a plate, because we're going to rip the skin off. You just rip it off, the skin and the feathers. And there's a gazillion, probably not a gazillion, but there's any number of YouTubes on doing this. I wasn't going to do it at first, but I thought I had the rest of the life cycle, so I thought that I would. I nip them right here. These are really, and I'm plucking, I'm not tearing. These are really easy to process. Easiest thing that I've ever processed. I don't know, do I usually cut them here, or do I cut them here usually?
I think they just did the first one.
I just kept the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't know though, because there's a little bit of meat there. I thought maybe I was saving that. Because that's what I thought at first.
No, I mean the first one at the end.
Oh, I see. Okay. And rip off the britches. I cut off their legs at the joint. Okay, so then this is like I said, this is the easiest. Now to clean them out, you just cut right down that backbone. Well, I cut off a leg. Well, that was... Well, no, I didn't. I have done that before. But, so there you have it, pretty much. Then I'll take it inside and my wife Deb will finish it up. That's it. Okay, so I slaughter the birds outside, then bring them in to my wife, and I skin these. I don't pluck them like a chicken. And I've weighed these twice, and they come out at 4.3 ounces a piece. And it seems like 3 of them is enough for us to eat. So there you have it, a skinned quail.